Hello, my name is Nicholas and this is another update video on my Swarm research project. Since the last update, I've been mainly working on adding new robot types, improving the way that the network recognizes and spreads requests, and changing the capabilities of some of the existing robots. So let's have a look. The first thing you should notice is the new robot type that I've added. These yellow things are called taskBots, and currently they have no specific skills, but they represent how the network will be able to deal with robots that have specific hardware and skill sets in future. What I have been using them for is working on getting robots to recognize when other robots request assistance, having those requests being spread throughout the network and picked up by other robots that can help, and being able to have robots assist other robots, in this case by pushing them around the map because they have no form of movement of their own. So what the simulation currently does to test that is these taskBots, when they have nothing to do, they will randomly generate a position within the world that they would like to be transported to. Any scoutBots nearby will see that the taskBot is requesting assistance and will then spread that request through the network as normal. As those requests are being spread, movement robots recognize that the request is a push type request and they can respond to that. They pick up that request, move towards where the taskBot is located, and when they get close enough, start pushing that taskBot towards where it wants to go. When the moveBot and the taskBot then arrive at the destination, they recognize that they are at the destination and that task is cleared. This of course all gets repeated because as soon as the taskBot arrives at its destination, it randomly generates another point in the world it would like to be pushed to. So let's have a look. What we'll see is the scouts spreading out as normal. They've picked up some of these requests and we've already got a moveBot pushing a taskBot across the map. We should see that when this taskBot arrives at its destination, there it goes, it decides to get pushed somewhere else. Now currently there are a few issues with how the requests are being passed, and particularly with how the requests are being finished. What you may be seeing in some instances is one robot pushing the taskBot in one direction and another robot pushing it in a different direction. What's happening there is that both of the movement robots have different destinations that taskBot needs to go to. In some cases, a movement robot will in fact be trying to push a taskBot back to where it came from because it hasn't got the memo that the taskBot has already been there and doesn't need to go there anymore. There's also issues with the taskBots. If the position is randomly generated, a lot of them end up out of the network. You can't see this because it's off screen, but there's a few hanging around off the edge of the screen up here, and this one looks like it's going that way as well. Another issue is because the positions are randomly generated, a lot of the time they end up being outside of the network. Luckily, because of how it's been programmed, if the taskBot is close enough for a movement bot to see it, the movement bot will still be able to pick up that request. So that's about it for this update. I've shown you the new robot that I've added. I've shown you how that robot can interact with the network by requesting the services of other robots, and I've talked a little bit about how those requests are handled, how they're responded to, and how they should be built on in future. Just to recap, the idea is that later on we'll have robots with specific skills and specific hardware. They will be able to respond to specific requests as they're spread throughout the network, and will, if they need to, make requests of other robot types to then get their assistance with whatever they're doing. This will most commonly be task robots asking movement robots to transport them around, but depending on how complex the simulation gets, it may even include specific groups of task robots needing to work together to perform something. Maybe using a toolbox analogy, so there's a hammer robot and a screwdriver robot and a glue gun robot, and they all need to work together to accomplish whatever task has been set to them. They can't achieve it individually, so they have to rely on the others to come and help. So yes, that's it for this update. Again, any questions, post them in the comments below. Check out my channel, subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future updates. What I plan to work on from now on is cleaning up some of those issues about how the requests are recognized and passed around. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next time.